When Bob this morning in his very good speech, I must admit, except on the part of Europe where he was wrong, he said that the consumer is losing out here because they don't have access to cheap American ethanol. Well, please wake up. If you would export your ethanol to Europe, who is going to gain? Not the consumer, it's the oil company. The oil company is taking all the margin on it. That is the reality. It's big oil that is claiming all the profit here. Yeah, you guys look disturbed, but that's the reality.
Suspend disbelief.
I think that explains Europe's economic situation right now.
The consumer will not benefit from this, and we have ample proof to demonstrate that. Now, why did we start this case, or we asked the Commission and the Member States to look at it? Because we had clear evidence of dumping. And at that time there was a subsidy that was taken away, but still the dumping was there. And this has been recognized by, at that time, the 27 member states. And so an anti-dumping duty was introduced. And here it is about fair trade. I mean, we are not against trade, but if you start dumping a product, we have instruments at our, let's say, our discretion to use, and that has happened. And of course, it's open to the RFA and Growth Energy and all the producers here around the table to say, we don't agree, and we go to court, and that's what you've done. So we will see what's going to happen in the court. We will see each other there maybe soon.
I'll summarize for Rob. He's never met a gallon or liter or hectoliter of ethanol imports that he likes. If it doesn't come from his members, he's against it. He'll find some way to criticize it. And now apparently we're making money off of the big oil. The big oil is making money by selling our product.
No, listen. We import a lot of product. I don't know how much percentage of your market is imported product, but in our case it's 20-25% of the market. You don't hit that number. Do you? Yeah, okay. So same point.
So I wouldn't, because I believe in free and fair trade and open market access for all of our products. But I'm interested in Bob's response, but colored into that response are the nascent free trade negotiations between Europe and the United States. I don't understand how, and I really want to hear Bob's position on this, I don't understand how your position will continue to be tenable, Rob, when you're going to have a dispute resolution mechanism that will basically make it impossible for these types of snapback tariffs to be put on.
Well, I just want to correct one thing that Rob said, and that was that there was evidence of dumping having been found. There was no dumping that was found. The EU came over and they did a forensic audit of 7 ethanol plants and marketers and found not one scintilla of evidence that there had been dumping. The fact of the matter is, U.S. ethanol is able to be produced far lower than European ethanol is able to be produced. You have not been able to meet your own demand. That's why you needed to have imports, whether it's from Brazil or Canada or the United States. No, Rob, you've not been able to meet your own demand, so there's been a market that was created. What you've tried to do is increase the price of imports so that it gives your guys a bit of an advantage, and absolutely the only ones that are hurt are the consumers, and the only ones that it benefits is the lawyers. At the end, Liz said he wanted to play this out in a bit. In the end, that tariff is going to come down. It will. And you will have bought yourself a year of more expensive ethanol coming in, but in the end, the way the world works, we're going to have fair trade. And I do not understand how Europe, on the threshold of major negotiations on a trade agreement, thinks that this is the smart way to begin that relationship.
And guys, now is the perfect time for me to invite both of you to join the Global Renewable Fuels Alliance. I get this once a month. It's awesome.
So, but Rob, how does this end? Like, where in the process, where do we go next? I know there's a 5-year tariff. Where does this all end?
No. I mean, even if there is a free trade negotiation ongoing, there are also always products excluded So there is still a possibility that they would decide to exclude ethanol for a good reason. I mean,
Well, Europe wants to exclude all of agriculture. And, I understand that coming, with Europe, with all that they subsidize their farmers, that, whatever, but that's your going in position. We're gonna have a free trade agreement, but, oh no, not agriculture. That's not gonna happen.
I'm not speaking
Let's
on
just
behalf
use
of
the
the
example of the US. I mean, Bob and I used to have a bit of a fight sometimes, pissing contest, some folks call it, over the tariff. And, we resolved it, and look what happened. Look what happened. Look what happened.
What did I always tell you? I always told you that the tariff was only there, not to protect the industry, but to protect the tax incentive, so that we weren't exporting our tax incentive.
Awesome.
And as soon as that tax incentive went away, we didn't fight to keep the tariff in place. We were true to our word, and in fact, the tariff is now gone. We were importing Brazilian ethanol when there was a tariff, the offsetting tariff, because Brazilian ethanol got the same benefit in the tax incentive as U.S.
Give or take a few cents, but that's okay.
Give or take a few cents, granted. But now, there's lots of trade between us. We export to you sometimes, you export to us sometimes. What's most important is that we're working together to build markets. Because I'm sick and tired of all of us trying to cannibalize each other's markets when we need to be focused on opening up China, we need to be focused on Japan, wherever. But we need to be building markets for all of us.